Okay, warm up and mobility Wednesday. So sometimes when we're doing mobility, I like to do barefooted. Everybody knows that by now. Make sure that my camera's on correctly. We're going to get going right off. And we're going to do rotationals, but we're going to do them in a little different way. Okay. So let's start with our hands right here. And you see how I'm walking around just barefooted. I am going to use my pad once in a while. So I have that ready to go. But let's get our shoulders and neck. Some of us sleep in positions that actually gives us problems. So let's clasp our hands like this, okay? And we're gonna do rotations in and out, just like that, and then down and around. So, hi everybody coming on, we're getting right into it. So I'm barefooted today. This is Mobility Wednesday. I have a chair to help me, assist me get down into the floor if I need it. I'm gonna use a pad and we're gonna do rotationals. And we're starting right here. Do you see how I'm stepping forward and I'm rocking? We do that a lot, but I'm gonna rotate my elbows down and then up. And then with my hands clasped, I'm gonna go down and around in a figure 8. So one of my cautions on this for you is don't go too high. Okay, so go in and out. And again, you can use your fist under your chin or right here at the nose level so that you can just see over your hands. So why do I say that? Because the minute I put my hands up here, a lot of people will just put them up here just because. So I'm saying don't be in a hurry to go too high until you have really rotated through and warmed up your shoulders, your upper, your cervical thoracic spine, vertebrae, everything. So I'm going down and up. I'm walking forward, rotating through my feet gently. And then I just take this and do a little figure 8 with my fist. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, just take your fist and act like you're drawing a figure 8. Now, while I'm doing that, do you see how I'm ambulating? And right now, if I were with you, you know what I would do? I would walk up behind you and I would gently put my hands on your shoulders. And then I'd say, take a breath in through your nose. Okay, get ready. We're gonna do our hinge in just a second. See how this figure 8 works? Number 1, it's a medium low type of a move, and I'm crossing my midline multiple times. This is a really good thing, not only for your joints, but for your brain. Because when you cross the midline, you light up both sides of your brain. And God only knows we need that. Okay, see my hands are right here under my chin or at my nose, whichever is more comfortable for you. Then I'm gonna bring those elbows down. Then I'm gonna bring them back. Then I'm gonna bring them down. And then I'm gonna bring them back. And you see how I'm ambulating? Then I'm gonna take my hands, put them right here on my shoulders, drop my chin, and I'm gonna go out, and then I'm gonna go out. And then I'm gonna go out. Do you see that rotation? It's just a slight rotation. Do you see that? So you're actually lifting through your knee. Walk back, walk back, walk back. So I'm just in this little area here, which most of you are in smaller areas in your rooms and so forth. So my hands are here. Why did I put my hands here? Number 1, for some of you, putting your hands here and not straining to get them up here is a big strain, okay? And I understand that, but try to put your hands on your shoulders And then I got you started by doing what? Bringing the knee up, stepping over. And now I'm going to start this rotation. See this? See this? So my hands are on my shoulders. My tummy is tight. I'm breathing through my nose. And then I'm going to bring the other leg up. See that? It's a knee circle, a knee circle. And I'm rotating, rotating, kind of like you're trying to draw a circle with your elbow. Does that help? Yeah. You don't have to worry about going across midline here. See, I can start really tiny with my circles, or I can go bigger. Okay, so start tiny and then knee up and around. See that rotation? Knee up and around. Knee up and around. So at the same time that I'm ambulating, I am rotating through the hip, some rotation through the knee, but a lot through the hip. So let's go little now. Okay, let's go little. Let's bring this knee out, bring this knee in. Okay, this is hip rotation. So knee out, place the foot, knee in. Okay, so when I say knee, I want you to point with the knee and then, but you're rotating through the hip. Then you bring it back, keeping the hands here. And I'm going to do little tiny circles. See this? Little tiny circles. Little tiny circles. Bring it in. So I'm going to rotate out. I'm going to rotate in. I'm going to rotate out. And I'm going to rotate in. By lifting the knee is the point. So these are little tiny circles, and you need to do them at a high repetition, okay? Now I'm going to slow down and go a little bigger. Okie dokie. So this is a pretty easy one to remember, actually. If you can just put your hands on your shoulder, say rib cage up. That's what is required. That is what's really important. Okay? Rotations. Ooh, all about rotations. All right. Now I'm going to bring my hands down. Now I'm going to do a pendulum this way, like this, and then I'm going to go across. So when I go into the hip hinge, I want to shine my taillights, and I want to not lift through the shoulders at all. You want to just pendulum swing. See that? Yeah, some of us have issues in the shoulder, and you're going to feel little things moving around in the shoulder. Make sure that any movement, it gives you a little bit of a challenge. Just go easy with it and don't force, okay? Then you go out and slap your shoulders. So out, slap your shoulders. Out and slap, out and slap, out and slap. Take a big breath, take a big breath, take a big breath. Yeah, just 3 more. Breath and breath. Come right on down, put your hands right on top of the knees, keep your chin tucked for sure. Push into the heels, come down, come down, come down, come up, come up, come up. Now go into a T, okay? A T, step wide, right here. Drop your shoulders. Now soften your knees and push your hip bones forward while you stay in this palm down T. Okay, take a big breath, bend the knees, soften them. Your toes are pretty straight forward, and I'm pushing through the hips, through the hip bones. See that? Take a breath, come down, come right to the T. Come down to the T. Push your hips forward, Push your hips forward. Push them forward. Keep your chin tucked. Big breath. Big breath. Big breath. Big breath. Big breath. Now turn those hands up. Palms are up. My hips are going forward. My knees are soft. You see that? Palms are up. Just like that. Okay, now try to take the thumbs back. So now you're opening, opening, opening. You're opening through the chest, the pectorals, the shoulder. You're opening up your back. Take a big breath. Push the thumbs back. Push the thumbs back. Keep your chin tucked. Take a big breath. Come out of that. Step in, step in. I know you loved it, right? Okay. T again. So T, T. See the palms up? The palms are down. Okay? Palms up, palms down. Do a little experiment with me. Okay? Rock gently into your toe box and lift your heels just a little bit. And then when you go back, lift one toe, then the other toe. Okay, so go into the toe box, lift your heels a couple times, and then lift one toe and one toe and one toe and one toe. Now keep your toes going up and up and up. Take a big breath, drop your shoulders. Okay, here's the experiment. See the hands are palm down? Okay, rib cage up, drop your shoulders. Take your hands right here to the side, okay? Now bring the hands right back up again. Okay, keep bringing one toe up, then the other toe up. Now turn your palms up and come down, yes, and try to get the backs of your hands as close to your legs as possible. I know it. This is the reason I wanted you to see how important it is to help. It's a little trick, okay? That really works. My palms are up. I have to rotate my shoulders back. And when I bring them down, or if I even work with them, but bringing them down to your side, you have to open your shoulders, okay? So keep pulling the toe up, the toe up, the toe up, the toe up, the toe up. Put your palms down and bring them down. Oh, can you believe it? I know it. So just swing, 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 swing. So it's a pendulum. And now I'm turning at my belly button. Okay, I'm not turning my hips out. I'm rotating through the middle part of my vertebrae, okay? That's where I'm turning. Take a big breath. I know some of you have to run out at 10, so I wanted to give you a good body stretch before you started. So here's part of that. Take a breath, okay? Put your hands on your little chair with your little pad. Okie dokie, you can go fist if you want to. Palms if that's okay. Then I'm gonna step forward and back as far as I can. So I want my knee to touch my chair. And then I want the toe in the back to be straight, pointing at the chair. So this should be a very nice, not hard at all, but a nice stretch for your calf muscle. Right there, drop your shoulders. Big breath through the nose. Breath through the nose. Drop your shoulders. So you should be pushing. And then bend the knee slightly. And then go back. Now, as best as you can, I want you to try to keep your heel down and then bend that knee. Won't go very far, but you'll feel different stretches in your leg. Step back, step up. Press the knee forward, drop your shoulders. Take a big breath and really plant that heel down. I can tell you I'm much tighter on my knee replace side than I am on my hip replace side, on my calf muscle. Anyway, when you start moving around and you go through some specific moves, It really helps you get a handle on where your tight muscles are, okay? And joints, etc. All right. So now I'm going to bend the knee. I'm going to try to keep my heel down, but I'm going to bend the knee. Yeah, it'll be hard. And then I take it back. So I just want to do this like this little rotation to bend the knee and then back about 2 or 3 times. That's it. See that? Then bring your elbows in here. Put your elbows on the chair. Tuck your chin. You're going to take one hand, I don't care which. Your knees are bent at first. You're going to take one hand and you're going to go underneath, and you're going to reach underneath as far as you can. Then you're going to bring it out and you're going to go way over the back. Keep your knees bent. Really open back. If you have to bend your elbow, that's fine. Bend your elbow. But try to get your arm open, 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 open. Bring it back down. Take the other hand. Go all the way under, like you're threading a needle there. See that? And then you're going to bring it all the way open. Bend the knees. Open, 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 open. You can bend your elbow if you need to. But try to take that hand all the way back. You're opening that chest. Take a big deep breath and bring it back down. Then I'm going to straighten my legs. So now I'm straightening my legs and I'm pulling my body, my whole body into my thighs. And I'm trying to keep my legs really straight, and I'm pulling my toes up. I don't know if you can see my toes, but I'm pulling my toes up as I pull my body into my legs. Take a big breath through the nose. Woo! Keep your toes up. Come on down. Big stretches. Then bend the knee and then come back. Yay. All right. So that should give you a good way to start opening up your spine, your shoulders, your hip. So here I am down on my chair. I'm going to use my chair a little bit to further do rotations in my hip. Okay, so I'm going to go like that, just pointing my knee down, and then I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to do this a couple times. Okay, this one right here, anytime you're on a chair, I don't care what kind of chair, as long as it's a sturdy chair, slide yourself to the front, rotate, point your knee down, and turn your body and look totally the other way. And then just tap on your sternum and press yourself open so you feel that big stretch in your quad. And then you're going to come back and you're going to do it again. See this? So come to the end of the chair so you can slide easy. Hang on to the chair, open back. See how I have my toes curled under? We've done this one before, but when you do it barefooted, it is so beneficial for your toes, your feet, your ankle. And if you're pointing that knee down and you're just trying to do a hyperextension, whoa, what a nice way to stretch your quad. And you need to do it a couple of times, just a couple of times, okay? You'll feel so much better when you quit doing all this today. Okay, see my toes are under. Now I'm hyperextending through the back, and I'm really leaning back, okay? Big stretches, big rotations. See that? Take a big breath, lean yourself back. Now, if you want to, for this next one, you can go ahead and put your shoulders on the chair. What you can't do is lean hard into it. And the second thing you can't do is round your back like that. See, that it'll never work. So you say rib cage up for sure, shoulders down, Yes. Scoot yourself to the end of the chair, come back, and now you're going to rotate in and in. See, I'm not leaning on it. I'm just barely touching the back part of my upper shoulders right there. Okay, see how I'm helping right here? Okay, this is rotational. And then we're going to rotate through the knee. Okay, so we're going to come in, out, back, down. So it's a forward and back rotation. Yeah, we'll do circular here in just a second. Here we go. Woo, right there. Right there. Right there. See, the toe is up. Then come forward. Slide back just a little bit. Now open wide. Right here. I know. Groin. Here I go. Turn. See, don't go all the way down yet. Don't go all the way down yet. Open out the legs. Okay. Rib cage up. Yes. Breathe. Yes. Take one hand. Pull. Pull here. Push here. So I'm pushing and I'm pulling and I'm rotating forward a little. This is a big hit on the groins muscles. That's your adductors, and then over here is your abductors. So you're going to push and pull, and you're going to push and pull. See, here's the thing. When you're doing a thing like we're doing this morning, I could go further, but that would not be wise. I want to go until I just start to feel the stretch. Then I'm not going to go any further yet. Then I'm going to put this hand here. I'm going to rotate. Big breath. Pull, push, and pull. And then lean in. And how are you leaning in? You're leaning in from the hip hinge. So it's a push and pull. And each time I do this, if you do this carefully with me, just stay with me on this, you're going to feel so much better. You're just going to like, oh man, does that help relieve whatever pain? And you may not see it on the video here, but see, every time that I do this push-pull with my hands against my legs, I'm going a tiny bit further down. The whole thing is that you have to keep your back extended to do this. However, keep your back extended. Push and pull. Down. Push and pull. Yeah. And if you could just remember to do just this one, along with maybe the hamstring stretch and the rotational that we just did. We did the hamstring stretch just as we sat down. Then we did our rotationals through our hip, and now we're hitting the groin. And now, you see, I can almost, with a flat back or extended back, I can almost get my whole upper body down on top of my thigh. Yeah, my quads. And that's why, and you want to do this a couple times. You don't want to do it the first 2 times and then you hit it and you go. Do the rotation. I'm rotating upper body. I'm rotating hips. I'm rotating all through the shoulders to do this. And I'm pushing and pulling. This is a great move if you can remember it. And I mean, heck, you could do this sitting in a plane seat if you didn't have somebody next to you. That was, quite a large person. I couldn't do it next to Bob. He was too big. But anyway, you get my drift here. See what I'm doing? Now I'm able to come all the way down to the thigh is the point, because I'm opening up those pathways in rotationals, but I'm doing them very differently than what you see them generally presented. So come right on down. Now I should be pretty stretchy right there in the groin. And for those of us that have arthritis issues, we have some joint issues, man, your hips, You don't even realize how tight you're getting them. See, I'm all the way down here on top of my quad now. Okay. I couldn't do that the very first time. I could have just forced myself down there, but that wouldn't have been smart to do that. Okay, now here's a rotation that I want you to really learn. So, sure, I could do this on this pad, but I'm not going to right now. I'm just got my feet on the floor. You can use a pad if you want to, that's fine. But here's the deal. A lot of times you just need to stretch your legs and really stretch your legs. Now we've already done this once, but now we're going to go at it a little differently. So I'm going to hang on here. Okay. My feet are shoulder width. Okay. Drop my shoulders. Yes. Big breath. And then I'm going to go act like I'm going to stand up, but I don't let go of my chair. Okay. So now my head is going to go down and my butt is going to go way up. But you see, I have a good hold onto my chair. Okay, when I'm down there in this position and I'm pulling my whole body into the chair, I'm lifting one toe. Then I'm going to go down and sit down. I'm not going to stay down there a long time. Now, some of you might be freaking out with putting your head down and getting stars, or lightheaded or whatever. Just don't do it quite so much. But don't avoid this move. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make. Unless you have extremely high blood pressure or you've been told do not put your head down for whatever reason, that's fine. Follow those orders. However, you can still do the move. Here it is. I'm going to act like I'm going to stand up, but I don't. And I'll just keep my head and chest up. And I'll just bend in and pull this toe up. And I'll just do it for a second. See, I didn't put my head down, so to speak. Now I'm going to do this 2 or 3 more times. So stay with me on this. The final thing on this that makes it work it's like, oh, the relief that you get is when you pull the toe up. So don't miss that. Drop your shoulders, take a breath. Here we go. Put your head down or not. That's up to you. This would be really stretching right now. Then you come down. Big breath. Then you come up. And you come way down there. Put the head way down or keep the head up. Whichever floats your boat. But your toes coming up. And then you come down. So this type of a full body rotation through the ankle, through the hip, through the back, through the shoulders. It's a big, big plus for you to do this. If you can do it a couple of times, you actually build up the endurance to be able to take that influx of blood coming into your head. But you don't have to stay there a long time. And you've got this that you're holding on to. That's the point. Okay. Okay. Big breath. Take your leg up. See how I just automatically lean back? See that? Now I'm going to rotate, 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 rotate. Put it down. It's a plant. See that? Then I'm going to lean back. I'm going to come back around. And if you have a hip joint that's giving you fits, use your hand here, but try to rotate out. So here's my hip replacement and then come back. See that rotation? So some of these very specific moves, we just don't do a lot on a regular basis, okay? And then we've had joint compromising with our knee, with our hip, with our whatever, shoulder, and then we just don't do that move. See how I'm rotating out here? And on this one, I can tell I'm a little more guarded, but this, unless it's a contraindicated, that means don't do it, move that your doctor, whoever, this is a move that we need to be able to do to ambulate better, okay? Here we go, because this is prepping us for the next move. Yeah, see that how I rotate it? One more, one more, one more. So rib cage up, chin tucked, take a breath. Ready? Open back, tighten. Here we go. Come way open. And then bring it back in. And then open the hip. And open and back open. So it's a half, semi-half rotation. Then I'm going to go turn. I'm going to go turn. Remember we did this, but we're going down. I'm going down. Now, those of you who don't want to go down into the floor, fine. Use the chair as your floor. Meaning, when I go down here, and I'm going down here, and I'm like, I don't want to drop here. That might hurt. Use your pad, or help yourself to this position. If you don't want to do that, then you're just going to stand. See, I'm going to be in the floor, but you're just going to stand and do some of this next, some of the next moves. Okay, you're going to do it like that. So I'm right here. I just got myself down into the floor. See that? Take a big breath. Yeah, I got my chair here as my little bolster. So I'm going to come right here and I'm going to act like I'm going to sit down. Okay, this is going to be a weird one. I'm warning you. Okay, behind my foot that's behind, see, I have this here so that it doesn't hurt my knee. Got my chair here. See that? Okay. I'm going to act like I'm going to turn and sit, but I don't. My toes in the back are curled under. See this? See this? This is a big move. Yeah. But then don't go all the way down. See, that's the thing. You may see some of this stuff all over the place. Oh, here, better hip mobility. And you're like, yeah, sure. We can benefit from some of the same intro moves. Do you see how I'm coming down? And then I come back. So this is my knee replacement. This is my hip replacement. This is a move. And if you can go on down to the floor, well, God bless you. However, just start into this. Whoa, right here, and then come back. See all those rotations that we're having to do? So I'm highlighting rotations, but I'm doing it the way I know won't hurt you, will help you. Okay, so now I'm going to just come back here. I'm going to put the other knee down and bring the other knee here. And you can do all of this just going from side to side from the chair, standing if you want to. So what am I going to do? I'm going to act like I'm going to sit down, but I don't. So I've got this, and I'm going to act like I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to think, oh, how can I get down there? But then I don't. See that? So just experiment with me with this, okay? So these are some moves that we who had joints replaced, man, you just have to move differently. Well, if I go from here and I act like I'm going to sit down here, yeah, I could generally get down, but not with my hip replaced and stuff, because that's, but the beginning part of the move, see the rotationals that's going on to get me just to here. See, I'm going to act like I'm going to sit this cheek down, but then I don't. Okay, it's using all kinds of motion that I'm not used to. I used to do this really easily, right? And sit right down. But so the point is, y'all, you do it a couple of times. You don't have to do like 10 or something like that if you don't want to. But this is very beneficial to your rotational range of motion. Okay, so here's my chair. I'm on my knees. So I'm going to push my chair back. And if I were standing, I didn't want to be on the floor, that's fine. Put your hands on the chair and you're standing with your feet. Okay, go down to the elbows, all the way down. Bring the hands behind your head and just rotate forward and then back. And then you come up. Okay? So that again, I'm going to go all the way down. See, I'm on 2 inches height right there. See, I'm going to go all the way down here. I'm going to put my hands behind my head. I'm going to rotate to the back part of my head. Then I'm going to come back. All the way back. Here we go. Not too much pressure. Rotate. And then come back. Okay? Then you come up and go into that cat, classic camel. Here we go. Cat, mad cat. Again, my knees are on my little pad. And then camel. All the way down and back. All the way down and back. So I'm going to go. And if you need to, put your fists down. All the way up with your shoulders. All the way back down. So you're in a camel position. Then you're going to go into a cat position. And then to a camel position. And then to a back mad cat position. Drop your chin. Okay, this time I'm going to do 3 more. My elbows are soft, and when I get down into the camel, I'm going to now curl my toes under, and I'm going to lift my chin. Lift your chin as high as you can. Now I'm going to go into the mad cat, and I'm going to drop my chin. I'm going to really push my shoulder blades open. Then I come back down. Elbows are soft. Really lift the chin hard all the way up. And then pull. See, I'm not going fast. I'm just constantly moving into this mad cat. Open the shoulders. Then pull the shoulders in. Pull that chin up. And go into that camel. And then come back. Okay? And then come back. Okay. Take a big breath. You can do this standing at the chair. Put your hands in the chair and your feet are on the floor. And take 1 foot and go behind all the way across. And then come down as far as you feel you can. Okay? So I'm on both knees very gently. And I come back. Rotationals. So here I am, elbows are soft, shoulders are down. I could do this at the chair. I'll do it for you with you. See how I just crossed over and I slid that down, and now I'm on both knees. And again, here's my hip replacement. Here's my knee replacement. Bend the elbows, come back up. Take a big deep breath. Okay, one more time, just twice. Tight tummy, drop your shoulders, just reach across, and you come right down there. Reach across as far as you can, come right down as far as you can go down, okay? And then you come back and back. Take a big breath, drop your shoulders, take and reach across, and you're gonna come down as far as you can. Take a big breath. And come back and come back. Nice. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this out unless you need it for your head or your hips or whatever. Again, if I didn't want to get on the floor, I could do all of what I'm going to do next on a bed, or I would go up against the wall. That's what I would do. Go up against the wall. You would be pushing your hips into the wall. And put your hands right on the wall. Got it? Okay. If any of you really want me, if you're mixed up, I'm happy to work with you and show you how to do this. You can do this very well on the wall. In fact, that's where I start a lot of people. So I'm going to come right down, right down, right down. I'm going to go hips go into the wall. And you're just going to put your elbows and push yourself back. So you're doing that nice hyperextension, remember? Nice hyperextension. So what are we going to do? Rotationals again. So here I go. I am going to just lean to the side and rotate and go over and back. See that? This is a great move. You can do this against the wall. Take a big breath. You're pushing into your elbows. Your shoulders are down. Breathing in through the nose, and you're straight-legged way back. You just rotated, you rolled. Then you come back to center. See, so pretend the floor is the wall, and I would be pushing my hips into the wall, and then I would shift, and I would rotate and open all the way back there. Keep my elbows on the ground. Just like if you're on the wall, you keep your hands or your elbows on the wall. Take a big breath. Come back and come back. Nice. Okay. So now I'm going to open out my elbows, put my forehead on my hands, and I'm going to just bend. I'm going to rotate through my ankles and through my knee. So if you've had a knee replaced, this is a great time to get some good flossing in that joint. See how I'm pointing and flexing? Pointing and flexing. Put your forehead on your little hands. Point, flex. So as you're lifting, and it's kind of like you're doing a kick, but I'm not kicking. Okay, point, flex, my forehead is down, my forehead is down, point, flex. Okay, now I'm gonna tighten in on my butt, and I'm just gonna take a lift. So I wanna rotate again through the front hip and just lift, point, flex, and around and around and around and around. So I'm going to hang out here, and I'm going to just circle with my ankle, but I am not touching my thigh on the ground. Then I bring it down. Then I switch. Put your forehead on your hands. Woo! Here we go. Lift. Lift the whole leg, and you're round and around and around and around and around. And around and around and around and around. Hang on, hang on. Breath, 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 breath. And put it down. Yay. Okay, put your hands right here next to your chest. Okay? And then I'm going to push myself up as far as I can without lifting my hips. Then I go back down. Put my forehead down, okay? Notice my toes are stretched under. They're being pushed under. I want to go flex. So what am I flexing? I'm flexing through the quad. I'm lifting so my knee is up. Then I'm pushing, and I'm pushing, and I'm pushing, and I'm pushing, keeping my chin tucked. Big breath, keep your chin tucked. Bring your elbows in, and go back down, and go back down, and go back down. Rotate the ankles back and forth. So they both go out, and they both come in. And they both go out, and they both come in. So out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Yes, keep doing that inversion, eversion. Take a big breath. Yes. Okay. Elbows, big breath. This time, I'm going to press, and then I'm going to bring my hip up, and then I'm going to rotate back. Okay. So I'm going to rotate all the way back. And like on one leg here on this one, I can go way down, but the other leg, I cannot because of my knee. So I just push back as far as I can, and then I crawl back down, and I just hover here for just a second, and then I rotate. So I'm putting a little rotation on the back of that of that modified plank. It's modified because I'm at my knees. Okay, ready? Do this one with me. This is a really great one. Here I go. Great move. That will help you so much to feel more comfortable in your skin. Okay. Sometimes your muscles just need to be taken through a full range of contraction. See how I'm kind of doing a combat crawl, but then I get to the point where I'm hovering. I'm on my knees and my elbows. Drop your shoulders. See, like that? Just hang out here for a second and then turn. See, just turn. Take a big deep breath, and you can either go ahead and rest and put your hips down. That's okay. Or not, and use a lot of your back and stomach muscles even more. See, like right there, I'm on my elbow, I'm on my knee. So I come center and then I rotate. I'm at my elbow, I'm at my knee. Then I come right here. Then I'm at my elbow and I'm at my knee. Come back and come down. Take a big deep breath and push down into the elbows. Drop your chin. Woo! And rotate. So now I'm right back here. Right here. We need to see where our time is going. I know that you're having fun, aren't you? Listen, it's just like we're crawling around in an orchestrated way, trying to find our dropped chocolates. Right, Julia? Anyway, there is great advantage to getting in the floor, especially if you have hips that are replaced, joints that are replaced, knees, etc. So this time I'm going to rotate like this. See that? See that? See that rotation? See that? I'm going to tighten my tummy right here. Drop my shoulders. I'm going to come up to my knees, and I'm going to come to the other side. See that? See that move right there? Okay. Unless you make yourself, you are not going to get in the floor and do this move. You know, and there is great utility in doing this type of a move. You can, once you're in this position, hands and knees, this is a great position to do the quadruped on. Then you just rotate and come down. See that? Now we're going to turn this into a big stomach work. Okay, you ready? I hope you're following this. Sometimes I hesitate to do some of these kinds of moves when I'm not just right there, because you don't get some of these little moves. If you go here, drop your shoulders, and you know you're going to be getting up, right? You're going to push. You're going to use a lot of core, okay? So watch your position. Pull your chin in, shoulders down, elbows soft, tighten your tummy, up and hold and come back down. See that? Up and hold and come back down. See, I'm at a split knee position. Do you see that? Okay, are you ready? Push right to there, then come up, and then get ready. We're gonna do the other side. So I'm getting ready, like I'm gonna go down, and I'm gonna hover just for a second, and then down. See that? It's that magical, it's a combination of rotation and really muscle effort to get you off the floor. So right here to here. See that? Yeah, let's do it one more time. See, I'm dropping to the same side. It's that few little inches. Take a big breath. Here we go. Tight tummy. Elbows soft. Push right there and come down. Push and come down. Push. See that? I know it. I know it. Okay. Now then, you're on all fours, correct? Now we're going to go straight into the dead bug. You can do the dead bug almost from the chair, or you can do it from your bed. However, we are right here And what we're going to do is act like we can't find something. And we are lifting our knee gently. We are crawling in a circle. In a circle. And don't go so much that you get dizzy. I'm not worried about you falling because you're on the floor. You can't fall very far. But I don't want you to get too dizzy, because some people are prone to getting dizzy, and then they get a little nauseous. See what I just did? If I could just get you in the floor once a day, and you go into this split leg rotational, down, up, go to the other side, split leg, down, up, and then do a rotation. See what I'm doing? I'm crossing as best as I can. I'm crossing. I'm picking up both knees, and I come all the way back around the other way. If I could just get you to do this and then get up and back down, oh my goodness, we would be doing really good. Okay, so I could get up from here. However, I promised you I was going to do the dead bug, so here I am. Okay, so get ready. We're going to rotate and lay down. You could do this from the chair. You could do it kind of from the chair, from your bed, whatever floats your boat. Don't get up. Don't get up. I'm just trying to get I need to make a clock that I can see where I'm at. Okay, I'll bring it down there. Okay, dead bug time. Wow, can you do so many things being a dead bug position? Now, some of you have forward head syndrome, and you're working on it, but you're not there yet. So again, let me remind you, if I had a delicate back, I would not rear back and lay down. I would roll. Rotate your whole body. There's that rotation again. Roll and roll. If you have significant rounded shoulders, forward head, use your little pad under your head. Okay, if that's helping you. Some people get dizzy unless they have their head on something. So this is a good thing to use. I don't need it, but if I needed it, I would definitely use it. Okay, here and here. See that? Here and here. See there? See? You've seen cockroaches like this before. That's why this is called a dead bug. Seriously. Okay. So while I'm here, what am I going to do? I'm going to put my thumbs here, and I'm going to rotate. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. I don't want you to cram your back down into the ground. What I want you to do is tighten your tummy. There's a big difference. Okay, so I'm going to go like this and like this. And I'm going to go like this and like this. See that? So I'm going to go down, touch my thumbs. My elbows are pointing up. At the same time, I'm going to go down and touch my toes and then my heels. My toes and then my heels. My toes and then my heels. Breath, heels. Breath, heels, and then come back up. Okay, dead bug, right? Layer. Then we're going to do rotation. I'm going to go out with my arm. I'm going to go out. This is my hip replaced. I'm going to be careful with it. I may not be able to go all the way down with keeping this up, but I will open this. See, I can do that. Okay, and then I'm going to come back up and back up. So my tummy is still braced. All right. Then I'm going to open my hand, and I'm going to take that leg open. And see, I can go way down here with keeping this leg straight up on this hip. But I can't do it. I can't do it without being very careful. So I'll just do it twice. I just want to go through the range. See that? Then come back. Take a big breath. Open. See, this leg stays up here. This hand stays up here. Open that leg. That's why we did so many of those inner thigh stretches before from the chair. Okay, point, flex, and around and around and around. Rotationals with your wrist. Rotationals with your feet. I am telling you, some of you could benefit so much if you would just do rotationals, about 10 times one side, 10 times the other side, and then point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Okay, you ready? Now I'm going to bring those thumbs down. My elbows are up. I'm going to drop my shoulders, and I'm going to go tighten tummy. I'm going to go down, 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 and touch my heels, and then touch my toes. Take a breath. Heels, toes, take a breath. Heels, toes, take a breath. Come back and come back. Dead bug, dead bug. Yeah. Now, one leg at a time. Keep the hands here. Go 1 and then 2. See that? Yeah, or 1 and 2 and. Okay, breath. Just like that. And one time go down with the heel, and then one time go down with the toe. You'll see a big difference in the way it feels. Okay, this, again, I'm working on the premise of rotationals all around. And this is definitely rotating in through the hip. Then I'll go wide. I'll come back. I'll go wide and come back. And then I'll put my feet kind of together, if I can, and let my knees just drop out to the side, palms up. Just let your hips settle into this move, okay? Try your best to keep your feet, the bottoms of your feet are trying to be together is the point, okay? And then you bring it back. Take a big deep breath, and then you put your feet right on the ground, you rotate through the hips, and you get a nice lift going. All right, right there, nice lift. And then you come back down. So now I'm going through the spine like a string of pearls. And this one is one of the other very foundational moves to better functioning backs, better functioning hips and knees, because we are using our legs and we are rotating all the way up through the spine, and then we're rotating all the way back down. Take a big deep breath. Drop your shoulders. They start creeping up on you. Up, 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 up. Now hold it up there for just a little bit. Squeeze the butt. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Now rotate, 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 and come down. So again, if you want to make this more challenging, of course, put your feet in the chair and get to where you can do from an elevation. But like right now, I just want you to try this. Put one foot in the center, and just raise this other one up and just push and come up with your hip a little bit. So this is my hip replace side. So I'm not going to push it, but I just am using a lot of hamstring and gluteal here just to get a little lift right there. And there's great benefit to that. And you try to do anywhere from 2 or 3 to 10. See, I'm going to come up, and this is my knee. This is as tight as I can get. I can't go any tighter. See there? And I'm just working all under there. Then I release, bring those legs in as tight as you can and come up. Turn your head to the side. Turn your head to the side while you're hanging 10. See, I'm right here hanging 10. I'm turning my chin, and I'm turning my chin because I'm on a flat surface. It could be your bed. It could be, you can even do this in the chair if you wanted to. Then I'm going to rotate. Okay. If you get a little dizzy, just equalize for a second. And now I could go back up with my chair, but I'm going to take my toes out. And I'm just going to push back And I'm gonna come right here and equalize. Big breath. And I'm coming up, and I've gone through a whole huge rotation, starting standing, sitting, right to the floor. So I hope this rotational workout will help you move better. That's my goal. Anyway.